Good evening, and welcome to RockSingle. I am your host, Tyron Joe, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inherent, and the final authority for all. Rock single is founded on He who is the original point, point of reference for all things to come through eternity. The Rock Single podcast is a cross-cultural response to the economic and social climate of today's relationship scene. Rock Single will teach you how to maneuver and still be kingdom minded throughout your relationship experiences. Our aim is to help repair the fallen and broken man with a kingdom mindset. The podcast seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local kings and queens of character while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. Kingdom Renaissance Cross Country. Let us welcome everyone to the Rock Single platform tonight. Greetings and welcome. Boy, that music fire. Good evening.
Right.
Hey. Hey, come on, turn it up. What's going on? Group Tay Tay, Sierra,
Hey,
Doc.
evening.
What you cooking over there, Doc?
I'm doing my seafood boil.
Oh, doing the seafood boil. Okay, so
Yeah,
we got a
I got
mix
my
of both
roasted
shows today.
tail.
We got a mix of Rock Chef and Rock Single today.
Yeah, that's why I
Ain't
went on
it?
ahead and left the name. I'm a cameo.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. She doing
Hey,
a
hey, Ty.
seafood boil.
Hey, Ty. Before I slide to the background, I do want to do a quick little prayer for Mary and her family. They're
Okay, go
still
ahead.
going through some health issues with TJ at the
Okay.
moment. So we just want to pray for her family right quick. And also, she has a PSA I'm gonna play once it gets loaded. It hasn't loaded yet, so. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you once again for allowing us to be in your presence. And right now, dear Heavenly Father, we ask for your strength. We ask for your guidance. We ask for your peace. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you enter into our hearts so that we are at peace with our minds, so that we can deal with the day-to-day situations that we have to deal with. Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, that you've allowed us to be in such a place that we do not worry, that we are not concerned, because we realize, dear Heavenly Father, it is all in your hands and you have control over all that goes on in our life. And we are grateful, dear Heavenly Father, that we are willing to agree and be in understanding of who you are and what you are doing in our lives, and know that it is for our good. It may not be something that we enjoy, and it may not be something that we like, but we are in agreement, dear Heavenly Father, in what you are doing in our lives and what you are doing to our lives. And we're grateful, dear Heavenly Father, that you are our God, that you are our leader, and you are our King, and you are our Lord. And we're just grateful, dear Heavenly Father, that you are who you say you are, and that you are not a man that you should lie, that you will keep your promises to Heavenly Father, that you will guide us, that you will bring us out of our adversities and bring us out of our trials, and you will cause us to be at rest, and you will cause us to be at peace. And it's because of your Son, Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Man.
Amen. Oh, PSA.
Amen.
So let's do the PSA right quick, y'all.
All right.
This hey, just for everybody on YouTube, this is Mary's response to Ty's information over the airways earlier.
Oh.
Oh,
And to add to that too, for women, getting a hold on your menstrual, and that's the one thing that right now, Doc Ock is investigating into, because if you don't have a hold on your menstrual cycle, you don't have control over yourself. That lack of control then spews out at the person that you are courting. And thank you for using proper terminology. I mean, at best, this is what we're doing. We're entering his gates, we're entering his courts, and it's a certain way in which that you're supposed to do it. And if you haven't even done, again, foundational things, the homework, to know what, when, why, how. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they're not asking the questions because they don't care about the answers. They don't care about the answers. And then it's not so much about the answer. If you know anything, like you say, go back to foundational teaching, and you know anything about coming up with an answer, it's not about the answer. It's about how did you get it? Because if you don't understand how you got to this conclusion, then you didn't understand the precept. And so, or you don't know the precept. You're just regurgitating or repeating what you heard or but when you know for yourself and then agree. It's just going back to these fundamental principles. And then also questioning too. Even though it was your mama that said it, even though it was your daddy that said it, even though it was your pastor that said it, is it right? Is it upright? Does it align with his standard? These are, questions that we don't have. I don't know if it's the wherewith to ask or the courage or we lack the care. And we're just so interested in results because, of course, we have a culture in which we live that it's about result oriented. No one truly focuses on the journey. If they did, we wouldn't have so many quotes that tell you to focus on the journey.
That video got me tripping. The way that woman holding her stomach. Like, why is she holding her stomach like that?
She got the cramps.
Boy, is that what y'all do, ladies? When y'all be holding y'all stomach like that?
It might have been slightly dramatic, but it all depends how it hits you. You don't know what you mess around and do when a good one hits you.
When a good one hits you, huh?
Like
you might hit the ground. You might hit the ground, huh?
Unless you mess around and be on bed rest, messing around with that week, it ain't.
You ain't even see it, Sierra. Did you see it?
I didn't see what the lady was doing. I was like,
Sierra, you got to pay attention. The lady was holding her stomach like it was the end of the world. She was holding her stomach,
but I didn't know what that was about.
She looked like she had to go take a bowel movement. If you really looked at it, she was holding her stomach like she had.
No, the closest I could probably describe that feeling to men is like if someone grazed your balls. Not like full on kicked them, but grazed them. And imagine that just happening randomly out of nowhere. Like you don't know when that happens or none of that.
I've had that happen a few times. Yeah, I had that happen. I played football with no cup. I never wore a cup, and I played football, and a few times that happened. Oh man, that hurt. Ooh, I was down for a minute. Sure was.
So after that happened, why you didn't start wearing one?
Say
you
what?
Didn't from the lesson. After it happened a couple times, did you start wearing the cup after that?
I didn't. I mean, I ain't had no job. I ain't had no job, so I just kept going out there. What's that you say, Sierra? You talking smack, Sierra?
I said he just like pain.
No, no, not like that. I don't like pain like that. That pain right there had me on the ground for a minute. Sure did.
Man.
Sure did. You going to the gym today, Sierra?
Yeah, Bill. I'm finishing up here at the park. I'm on my way down there now. I'm kind of
Uh,
tired, low key.
you just did all you just walked a couple miles.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
debating if I want to do another one. My foam, these foams is something else. They don't start. They don't stay.
Get your apple. Get your apple.
That's what I have. I have one of the newer
Oh,
one, the
Thank you,
purple one.
Sia.
see,
They
Jate,
still suck.
Jate.
They still ain't about the right.
What? Oh man, what kind of apple you got? Because I got to upgrade and get me a new one too.
I got the 12,
Oh wow,
the
the
purple
12.
one, the newest one. Yeah, this stuff ain't no
I
good,
ain't got
man.
nowhere near 12. I got the 7S or
And I
7
bet it's
plus.
better. I bet it's better.
No, I've been had mine 3 years. It's about to go out.
Okay, stuff happens.
Okay, okay. All right. Tay
Let's
Tay, how
get
your
into
day
it,
going, Tay
y'all.
Tay?
It's going good. It's going really good.
Okay, all right.
How about yours?
Oh, you already know. My day stay 100 for real. It's
Listen,
day one.
long as I wake up, listen. After God do His job, it's my job to have a good day. So
Come
every day.
on. That,
That's
that, that,
right.
that's facts right there. Once God get us up, it's our responsibility to take it from there. Yep.
It's up and it's stuck, literally from now.
You know, wait,
It's up
Sierra,
and it's
stop. Don't
stuck.
even, please don't get me started. Don't get me started, Sierra.
Oh my God, look at the thing in the picture in the corner. The football player.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow, Will. All right, we're gonna get it started. Tonight, ladies, and the gentleman is out there that's watching. We are in our fourth edition of the youth curriculum, looking out for Bay. Okay, Baywatch. Tonight's topic is kingdom courtship and representation, and it is very important, in my humble opinion, that we go back to the fundamentals of when you was like a teenager and you seen that high school jock that you really liked, or you seen that young lady that acted in the school play, okay, and you was like, oh, I really got to get at her, or I really got to get at him. What was hold on, Will. Oh man, that picture. Hey, look at the picture Will got in the corner, man.
I see.
He just messed me up, man. He done messed
he
me up with
just
that picture.
he just taking it too. He just,
Will, oh my god. All right, let me get back to it. Let me get back to it. All right, so when you looked at that individual and you was like, I really got to get at him. What was some of the things that you did? Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what you did. You was like, you went and asked your mama, your daddy for some money so you could get them fresh J's or some Tims, so you can get the nice little outfit. And you went and went to your barber or your beautician to get your hair did, get that fresh fade. Okay, then after that, you went, showered up, got you some smell good, and you was on your way to be what? Presentable to that one that you was trying to get at. I think these days, oh man, these days, I don't know what be up with with some of the youth. My niece, she went to some little dance a couple years ago with her boyfriend. And my niece, she was dressed like a princess, and the dude, he had on some ripped jeans and a white t-shirt. So I'm looking at the picture like, okay, what we got going on here? My sister like, oh, Ty, that's how them young people dress these days. She cool with it. I'm looking at the pic. My niece, she just smiling and laughing, and I'm like, what does he got on?
cause
But
they chilling. He
but
chilling.
we from a different age though. We from the era where we come on, we went and got from head to toe. So that's what we talking about today is kingdom courtship representations. Like, I want to hop back on where Mary was talking about with the menstrual cycle. That, oh man, that is such a excellent point. Is because I totally believe that, ladies, y'all need to have control over that menstrual cycle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cannot be cussing out men just because your stomach hurt.
What?
I'm gonna keep it real. You just can't cuss us out like that because your stomach hurt.
Is
That's why
that
they
what we
have they
on
have they have
tonight?
pills. They have pills and things for that. What you say, Sierra? Come on,
Is
talk
that
to me.
what we on tonight, man? Ain't no such thing as control, Ty. Ain't no such
You ain't
no
got
like.
no control. You ain't got
There's no
none.
such thing as control. You don't even know what be going on with you. Let alone
Man,
there's
y'all
no
y'all
such
be
thing
off the
as
hook.
control, bro.
Y'all be off the hook because after y'all be done cussed us out, then like the next week when y'all feeling better, y'all stomach ain't hurt no more. Now y'all up there like, hey Ty, how you doing? I'm like, well, you didn't call me everything but a child of God, but now it's hey Ty, how you doing? Come on, man, y'all be on them games. Those are the games. Ooh, I'm so glad we're
That
gonna
ain't
talk
no
about board
game.
games next week. I'm
That
so
ain't no
glad.
game. That's
So
real
what is
life.
it?
That's
That's
real life
No,
right there.
okay.
listen. And it's not, don't get me wrong. Being in pain might make you be not yourself, but it don't be, oh my goodness.
Real,
There you go. That's
real.
facts. Real life.
Oh wow.
No, but I think it's more the hormones. And like Sierra said, like you don't even know what's going on. Like I'm gonna be honest, like, and sometimes you have side effects days before. And you will wonder, like, what is my problem? And then you get the thing, you be like, oh, girl finna come. But yeah, it's not, it ain't nothing pleasant for us either. Trust me.
I don't know what that feel like, but all I can say is talk to old girl when she get there. Be like, okay, this time, this month, you need to calm down. You really need to calm down because I cannot afford to cuss him out today because he told me
Yes.
that the next time I cuss him out, it's gonna be over. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out on my own. So
You gonna lose your man this month. Okay, I don't
I
want
mean,
to lose
real talk.
another.
You for real. You got to go. Okay, you got to go with the next best thing. The guy that was on the corner that sell Lucy's. You got to go with him. Okay, you got to go with him because this one right here just won't. This one right here won't do. Okay, this one right here is about to be out.
You keep losing your man
Stop
every
it.
month, B. Every month. But I feel like a
Ah,
man should have wisdom, though.
Right.
Like, leave that girl alone. Like, bro, you need to clock watch and watch the calendars. Like, bro, leave her alone. Because it's like, I feel like that's almost an automatic thing. And I realize, as you know, I think like as you get older, you start to realize things. And like every dude that I'm like cool with around that time, I'm like, man, I hope this idiot don't make me mad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you have no control over this thing.
Mm,
Seriously.
okay, because I done had a lot of y'all women like tell me, Ty, first off, before you get to talking, it's my monthly. I'm like, what that mean? What does that mean? I'm like, okay, so when stuff is bothering me, okay, do I get the same? Do I get to go off on you when stuff bothering me? Come on, talk to me. I'm listening.
I mean, no, you don't. But at the same time, again, that's an uncontrollable thing, Tad. That's not even fair. Again, like I said, we don't even understand what we. 1 minute we happy, next minute we sad, next minute we good. You talk to
That's
God,
right,
He get you
Will.
revived.
Run,
He'll get you
run,
revived. God will
run.
revive you again. Then everything in life seems like it's wrong again. So you look for the guy to be there for that comfort and that support. He may not be there. So you extra emotional. He don't understand. He ain't saying the right stuff. So now you go off on him too. And it's just weird. Like, and like Tay said, it's days for
But
us too.
okay, but you saying it's uncontrollable. So you saying you're not responsible for cussing them out. Is that what you saying?
Absolutely, I'm not, because it's not you. You out of character.
Look, okay, young people, listen, really not young people, young ladies, because men don't have these. Young ladies, please listen to what you are hearing tonight. This is not how you want to be toward the young men that you're dating, young ladies. Okay, when that time of the month come, pray to God that you do not cuss him out. Okay, because if not, you might end up with the guy on the corner selling Lucy's. Hey, put up that comment by Mary again. What did Mary say? It's not a ghetto pass to act a fool. Yo, straight up. Seriously. Come on.
That's true.
You don't get no passes. Doc Ock. Let's go to Doc Ock real quick if she can hear me. Cause I want to ask Doc Ock what's her
I can hear you. I was just letting y'all say what y'all was gonna say.
okay, I want to know okay, they said you investigating about the menstrual cycle. So I want to know what have you gotten so far?
Well, the thing is that all of that stuff that y'all was talking about is actually it's not normal. So it's not normal to not feel like yourself on your menstrual. Like it's not normal to not be in control of your emotions or how you feel. It's not normal. Like your hormones and stuff they fluctuate on a cycle all the time, every month, every day. Your hormones are changing. So it's not normal that when you have a higher level of progesterone or estrogen that you're crying for no reason or that you're irritable or that you have certain food cravings. And a lot of that has to do with people not getting enough sleep. So sleep is like the number one thing that will knock all of that stuff out of whack and make it very hard to balance it. And even when you're not cycling or you're not near your period and you're not PMSing, not getting enough sleep is very detrimental to your overall health. It is one of the leading causes of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, all of that stuff like overeating, snack craving, and stuff like that comes from not having enough sleep at night and not being on a regular sleep cycle. So what people tend to do is they live their life and they just kind of fit sleep in wherever they can get it. And then on the weekends, you want to stay up all night, you want to go out and club and all of that stuff. So if that's what you know that you're going to do on the weekends, I would suggest having your weekday schedule accommodate that. So instead of going to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock, if you have to get up at 6 in the morning, then you have to go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock. So that's the same time that you should be going to bed every day, including the weekends. If you want to go out and stay out late, you just have to understand that you set yourself back a couple of days of proper sleep. Like your whole body's going to be out of whack, your hormones are going to be out of whack, all of that stuff. So it's best to stay on a regular sleep schedule. So if you want to stay out late, take a nap or go to sleep earlier and then wake up at the 8 or 9 o'clock that you would normally go out. Because if it's Saturday, it's not like you have to work. And if you did have to work, why are you going out? Like, I don't know. Like, people just kind of force stuff that don't really fit their life and their schedule. Like, they have day
Right.
parties and stuff that you can go to instead of hanging out all night. Because for the last time I checked, ain't nothing open past 10 but legs and 7-Eleven. So,
Facts. Facts.
um,
Facts.
right. So your sleep should be on the top of your list. I don't care if you're grinding, hustling, whatever. You should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If somebody said, "Oh, well, I only need 4," they lying. They don't even know. Well, did you go to a sleep clinic and did they tell you that you can function on 4? Because it's a very rare, very small percentage of the world population that falls into that category that has the genes where they can actually get 3 or 4 hours of sleep and it not affect their health. That's not a whole lot of people, and I guarantee it's probably not you. And that's, like I said, that's just one of the things to start with. Like your diet, your hormone cycle throughout the 28 to 32 days. If your cycle is shorter than 28 days or longer than 32 days, you probably have a problem. Now, whether it's what you're eating, how much of whatever it is you're eating, lack of exercise, like all of that stuff, like having a balanced diet, getting enough exercise daily, at least 30 minutes, five days a week. You get 2 days of rest, so not even every day. If you're doing that and you're still having these fluctuations, you should write down everything you're eating for your whole cycle to cycle, from bleed to bleed, and write down everything you're eating and how you feel. And that is how you can gauge what it is, if it's something that you're eating that's causing worse PMS symptoms, headaches, irritability, mood swings, cramps, even cramping, really bad cramping. That's not normal. Like feeling a little, like a little tangent. That's normal. But if it like has you doubling over pain, that is not normal. You should be able to function. You should be able to live your life. There are civilizations all around the world in undeveloped areas of the world where women have a baby and are back out doing whatever it is they was doing the day before. Like we at least get 2 days in the hospital. They spend no days. They have the baby, make sure the baby's clean, and then they wrap the baby up, strap it to them, and go back to what they was doing. because that is how they've gotten their balance. They balance what they eat, their lifestyle, and everything, and then they continue moving while they're pregnant. So the movement is very key to balancing our hormones for our regular cycle, not even just for pregnancy. And then birth control. Like it's a lot of people that end up on birth control to regulate their menstrual cycle, but the thing is that whatever you got on the birth control for, if you're not actually addressing that while you're on the birth control, then it's still going to be a problem when you come off the birth control. And then your cycle is going to be back out of whack. Your hormones are going to be back, doing whatever they were doing before, and you're still going to feel the same way, except older now. So my what I'm really trying to do with this program is to get women more in tune with their bodies, more in tune with their cycles, so that they don't have to go to these synthetic hormones, because that can very much ruin you. They have very real side effects that women die from, that ends up leaving them, sterile, scarred, all types of stuff. And even the gynecological section of medicine is really starting to catch up with this, because they've been prescribing hysterectomies for stuff that doesn't need a hysterectomy. So there are women that are losing their ovaries, losing their uterus for no reason, and it greatly impacts our brown women a lot more, because we just always get the short end of the stick. And then especially when it comes to the medical field, we're really getting the short end of the stick, because most of the doctors can't relate to us, because they're not our color, they're not from our culture, they don't understand what we go through. And all of that plays a part into how well you're able to manage your hormones. If you're under a large amount of stress for an extended period of time, that's putting a lot of stress on your nervous system. And then you have these fluctuating hormones, and they're going to fluctuate anyway, because that's just how our cycles work. That's why I call it a cycle. So now you have these fluctuating hormones in this soup of stress hormones, and it's going to shoot up all of the regular little symptoms that you might get, like slight irritability and things like that, that you could normally control. But now, because your body is under constant amounts of stress, it weakens your ability to control that, or ride wave of your cycle of hormones. And so it's a lot of different aspects that go into balancing your hormones as a woman, having ovaries and having a womb. It creates, it's a the lady in the book said that it's our sixth vital sign. So when you have your the breath, the heartbeat, heart rate, things like that, pulse, all of that, and then you also have, for women, our menstrual cycle. So if your menstrual cycle is too long or too short, if it fluctuates month to month, if you're not getting it like clockwork, like you can't say what day is going to come on, you might have some outer or exterior things affecting your cycle, your diet, where you live, how many contaminants you're exposed to. So if you're in an area that's near like an industrial facility, and they're dumping chemicals either into the water, or they have a lot of air pollution, that actually affects your hormone balance and your cycle. And on top of that, we actually, because we're the ones that carry the baby, all the contaminants that's in us actually go directly to our child. So even if you are eating clean and working out and all of that stuff, just living on the planet Earth in an industrial environment, like all of America is industrial. So you're never going to be able to be 100% contaminant free. It's not possible. But if you're in tune with your hormones and you're in tune with that balance, then you can do the things that you need to do to counteract those things. As well as, I found out for myself that when I was on birth control, I felt like I was cut off from my womb. Like I can't sense my cycle. Like even though I'm still normal, I'm still me. Like I don't cycle because I have all of these extra hormones from the birth control, so I don't have a period anymore. So my hormones aren't cycling the same way. So that actually affects your brain function, your body function, all of that stuff, because your normal function is to cycle hormones, not to have a high progesterone level for 3 months.
So you saying there's a lot of reasons why y'all be cussing and yelling and stuff.
All of that, and your microbiome, like your gut. Yeah, and I remember that was so accurate. But yeah, and
Ah.
bacteria too even plays a role in that because your gut bacteria are releasing uh compounds and chemicals into your body that helps you digest and all that stuff. So even your gut bacteria, if you don't have a healthy mix of that, that can also offset your hormone function and things like that. So yeah,
Okay,
gotta work
okay.
on
So,
that.
so guys, there's a lot of reasons why they're gonna be yelling and cussing at you. So, I'm gonna quote a scripture for you guys. I think it say, it's better to go up on the rooftop than to dwell in the house with a contentious woman. So when she get to hollering cussing, get your light out. There you go, run. Ah, that's right. All right, so let me ask you, Tay. So Tay, have you ever had a situation where you went out with a man and he wasn't presentable? Speak about it.
A long time ago in my I don't even know if I was 20 yet. I was like 19, 20. And it wasn't even just about going out on dates. Um he just you I had to send him back before we left out the door. It was a lot of that, like, no, you can't go out with that t-shirt on. Look at that, it got this now. No, you need to take them shoes off. I think a lot of it had to do with he ain't have a lot of money, but I don't think it doesn't take. It's not about fancy. It's about, like you said, presentable. So as a grown man, it's about being clean and presentable. But yeah, that was really my only experience.
So you ain't had no experience since you been grown?
Not grown. No, no.
Oh, that's what's up right there. Cause I've had a few, but I'm gonna tell this story of a buddy of mine. She had me cracking up. She had went out on this blind. I think I told this story when we did this show a while back. Buddy of mine, she was doing online dating and she had the guy. I guess the guy, he didn't have a car and she had a car, but they was coming from two different places. So she just, he just said he was gonna ride the bus up there to the restaurant. But when he got there, he got off the bus. He had one of them. You remember when them long white tees was popping? She said he had on one of them long white tees with blood stains on his shirt. Yeah, blood stains was all on his shirt. Like, what you been doing? Who you shot? Sierra, have you ever went out on a date and the man wasn't presentable? Sierra. Sierra didn't just put us on mute, then forgot about us. All right, let's go. Let's go to Doc.
Nah, I haven't. I
Oh,
don't
so
think.
your man be on point.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. That's what's up. I mean, because I don't know when I'm out, and I mean, not necessarily out on the day. I could be in the store. I pay attention to how certain people are dressed and looking and smelling. And I be like, they let them leave the house like that? For real. Like, I
It'd
mean,
be
like,
it'd
come
be
on.
a smell for me, like for the most
Yeah.
part, it's easy to not look like you didn't care about your appearance, but the smell sometimes, and then honestly, like I said, like that's also that diet has a big part to do with that, because like if
True.
you're not drinking enough water, you're gonna smell funny. That's just how it works. Like you're more acidic. Your breath gonna have that smell because your stomach
Yeah.
acid, so you didn't eat anything all day because you trying to save up for this dinner day or whatever. I don't know, but like not eating anything is a very bad idea because your breath gonna smell horrible. Eating like I don't know, like garlic and onions and stuff like that's good for your health. So I don't really mind that smell. Like if I know we just ate that, it's not like that's not a problem for me. But it's like if that's what you smell like when you come and pick me up, I'm gonna have some questions. Like, so did you didn't bring no gum? Did you brush your teeth? Or like what's going on? So because I like to talk and I like to communicate and I like to hear them talk. But if they talking and their breath is like reaching me across the table and it's like, suffocating the air, I'm gonna have a problem. Because I have a very sensitive sense of smell, so it don't take much for me to be like, oh, what is that?
So that man, you don't kiss your man when they breath be stinking.
Well, no, they don't. Their breath don't be stinking.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I dated this one girl. She had a rotten tooth in her mouth, but she had a nerve to try to talk about me when I ate something with some onions, talking about my breath stink. I'm like, well, you got a rotten tooth in your mouth. Are we even? I'm serious. I don't get it. I don't get it. How somebody can fix their lips to go in on me about something, and I'm like, that rotten tooth been in your mouth a while. I know it has. I ain't even no dentist to know that that rotten tooth has been in your mouth a while. But you talking about this onion I just ate off this veggie burger? Talking about, well, it's got your breath is kicking. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying this is what goes on. This is what goes on. I don't know why you doing all that laughing, Tay Tay, but this is what goes on.
Wait, because oh my goodness, but you said, are we even now?
Right? Are we even? Well, we not because that rotten tooth. I'm trying to tell the only thing for that rotten tooth is to come out, and I'm not sure if it's still gonna smell right the way that thing smelled. I'm like, man, woo. She said she was waiting. She was waiting for her appointment. I was like, man, you need to hurry up, make that appointment quick. But yeah, seriously though, young people, it is important and imperative that when you see somebody that you want to court and want to do it the right way, do it God's way, is that you make yourself presentable. That's the whole point of tonight's topic, is that we make ourselves presentable. You know, don't try to cut corners. Okay, it's never a good idea to cut corners. Like this is summer. Okay, last Thursday, shout out to the job. My job, they gave everybody they had a snow cone truck outside, and we was all eating snow cones, but we was sitting at a little bench, or no, a little picnic table, and I kept getting this whiff of something that was really, messing up my nose. I knew what it was, but it was covered with spray. It was covered with spray, you know what I'm saying? Like the little body spray. But I'm like, you cannot cover that smell up with spray. You got to wash. It was a woman, and it was her body part that I was smelling. And
What
she
body
had
part?
it.
How you know what
She
that
had it.
body part on her smell like? Hmm.
I've been knowing what that body part been smelling like for years. So I'm
On
38,
her?
so I know.
On her? You
I
had
mean,
your face
I know
down
what it
there.
smell. I know what it smelled like, though. I know what it smelled like.
You sure? Hey, I'm just saying.
Don't test
Hey,
my
no,
don't
because
test
it's
my
been
gangster.
Yeah,
plenty of
I was
times where
gonna say,
I thought
Doc,
it
don't
was that, and
provoke
that be
him.
your armpits, that be their
So you saying
mouth, like no,
exactly, Will?
seriously, their
Exactly, Will.
hair, their
Salmon
whole body
croquet.
would look something like that
Salmon
if they don't
croquet
wash
up
them
in here.
properly.
Man, it's salmon croquet. It's fish and chips. See, you done got me started. Talking about, do I know what it smell like? Yes, I know what it smell like. I mean, man, we okay. We trying to keep it PG. See, Doc
That's
gonna get
why
Doc
I
gonna
Why,
get
said
me in
why
don't.
keep it?
trouble.
No, why keep it
Doc gonna
PG?
get
No, because
somebody in
see, the thing
trouble.
with that is, the thing that bothers me about that is that people like be shaming women for having that smell when honestly, not all the time. It's not always in our control because that is literally bacteria. So we have bacteria down there 24/7. That's what keeps us safe. That's what keeps our babies safe. All of that stuff. So if anything
Bacteria
happens, so
smell
if
like
you,
they
well,
does bacteria smell
it
like
depends
that?
on which bacteria it is though, because there's several different kinds that naturally live and grow down there, including the yeast bacteria, the candidiasis,
It
yeah,
really
that one.
did smell like a yeast infection. It could have
And
been a
it
yeast
very
infection.
well could have been. And the thing about that is that
Bumblebee.
everything can cause a yeast infection if you bathe too much. if you don't bathe enough, if you use the wrong kind of soap, if you use a certain type of material or towel, if you wear a certain type of material in your clothes, your underwear, the detergent that you use, what you're eating. So if you're eating too much of something or not enough of something, like literally, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's very easy to knock something out of balance, and it's you, and the only thing you have to tell is smell. Like seriously, and so and like there might not even be any discharge, but if there's a smell that's not normal, like you don't normally smell that way, then you might want to see a doctor or something. But for the most part, you can pretty much clear that up with eating yogurt. So getting enough of the proper bacteria into your body, it's gonna find its way where it belongs. Um, I've even seen some type of like home remedies where you can use like plain yogurt or even garlic, because garlic is a natural antibacterial, it's antifungal, all of that stuff. So garlic is safe for that, and you don't have to leave it in. You can insert it just like a tampon in the area and leave it for a few hours and take it out, or you can leave it overnight depending on how bad your yeast infection is. But you don't have to use like creams and stuff like that, because sometimes the creams can make it worse, because those creams target a certain type of bacteria. But if there's not that kind of bacteria, then you could be making the problem worse. So if you
Wait, you
don't go
said
see a
you
doctor,
could put garlic. You could put garlic down there.
yeah, garlic, raw
Oh,
garlic, make raw, clean,
oh,
organic garlic. Like you
oh
don't
wow.
want it to have like other stuff going on with it, because that could
Some
mess up
fresh
your
garlic
situation.
down there. Okay.
Yeah, but stop.
Wait,
But
to mention Will, no, I was around all women. So that's why I'm like, okay, deductive reasoning is one of these ladies that I'm around. But what is a BTI? Come back in, Will. What is that? I don't know what a BTI is.
That's a bacteria transmitted infection.
You said your ex-wife gave you one.
Yeah, it was a bacteria. So she was negligent of her hygiene, and during course of intercourse or whatnot,
Yeah.
a little bit later on down the line, it was probably about a week or two. I noticed,
about how long? Yeah.
yeah, I noticed around, and don't y'all come for me, but but I noticed around my speaking region here. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, my tongue wasn't
Will was eating it up.
my tongue wasn't what it was
Oh, you
supposed to
had
be.
thrush.
Huh?
You ended up with thrush.
What'd you call it?
Thrush.
Thrush.
Thrush is
Thrush.
yes, it's basically a yeast infection in your mouth. Babies tend to get
Oh,
it.
Oh,
Breastfeeding babies, yeah.
oh,
oh, you just got me scared now, dog.
thank
Oh
you.
It's
man.
not get you get away. All it is just an overgrowth of bacteria that's normally on your body. That's what I'm saying. Like people have demonized all of this, and all of this stuff normally on you. It overgrows if you're not taking care of your body. If you're not
Right.
eating the proper things, if you're not cleaning properly, things will overgrow, and then you end up with infection. That's all infection is an overgrowth of bacteria. And sometimes it might be bacteria that don't belong there, and they'll tell you
Mm,
that.
But I
mm,
mean, we don't want it
mm,
around our mouth in public.
That,
But thank
that,
God we can wear the
mm.
mask now.
Oh
Oh yeah,
But
Lord,
yeah, that's certain, but
I'm
this
saying
was
you don't want
years
that around
ago.
your mouth.
This was years ago. That was the last. That was the last straw. That's hence the reason why she is the.
Ex.
right.
Right.
Because it was like, come on, dog, I can't keep doing that.
Yeah, you gotta clean your stuff down there.
Oh,
Seriously.
all right.
Seriously. All right. Yeah, that's bad. That's
Elmo,
got me scared. I might want to put a piece of plastic around my mouth. I want to put a piece of plastic around my mouth because I don't want that to touch. Stop acting all like a church girl to take. Stop that.
it's your thing. Do what you want to do.
I'm just saying. Well, I normally give it the smell test anyway. So, all right.
But that's not always accurate. So, like I
I
said, like
mean,
all the symptoms, they're just that. They're just symptoms, and they don't always all present in
I
everybody and all of that. So, you can do whatever you want to do, but there's always a risk with doing anything.
But let me
Always.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I know this too. Men give women infections too when men don't wash properly. So we gotta get on the men.
Well,
Men, you
and yeah.
gotta soap up down there. You gotta soap up down
Oh,
there.
and I'll say this because it's a gynecologist I follow on Instagram, and he said, I'm so glad he said this. I don't care what movie y'all been watching, what fantasy y'all got in y'all head. Do not come in from outside, from doing anything, from living your life, and think you about to have unwashed body sex.
No,
Don't
you
do
gotta
it.
take a shower. You
No,
gotta take a bath.
yes,
Yeah.
you gotta watch all of that
Yep.
because the pubic hairs. That's what pubic hair is for. It's to catch bacteria, your hormones and stuff, and all your body secretions are on your pubic hairs. So,
Facts.
even if you're bald, it's on your skin, and that's even worse. So now it doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
anywhere to get away
Facts.
from where you don't want it. That's why it's not
Mm-hmm.
always a good thing to be bald and hair. I don't know where this trend came
So
from. It's weird. It really is. It's weird to me. But like and that's why people who are hairless like that, they have to wash more often to avoid getting infections because now you don't have a way to get the bacteria away from
come
your
on, teach.
vaginal canal and all of that
Right.
stuff. So I would definitely say make sure you research the
Yeah.
purpose of pubic hair before you go waxing and burning and cutting and all this other mess. Like trimming it is fine. It ain't got to be a bush or a jungle down there. But like bald, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But if that's what you want to do, that's your business.
They said
But
men be
you
getting
have,
Brazilian waxes and stuff down there. They
I
said
guess
men get Brazilian wax. Huh?
it's actually less detrimental for a man's health to be hairless than it is for a woman. Like the friction and stuff, it might bother y'all, but the friction for us is worse. You get bumps, you get the rashing and all that stuff, and it breaks the skin. So now you can end up with bacterial infections on your labia, which is your outer lip, and then that can cause it to spread to your inner lip and also your vaginal canal. So you can create a lot more situations being hairless than not. And then if your partner isn't hairless, like if you go and get waxed and they're not waxed, if they shave, now they have this rough, stubbly, sharp hair that's going to cut you. It is going to cut you. Now you have minor cuts on your vaginal area that makes you susceptible to getting infections and all this other stuff because you have broken skin that's directly connected to your blood. So now you can get a like unnecessary, like I was going to say, unnecessary problems.
Facts, 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 facts.
That's into my limit. But yeah, watch yourself before you have sex. That's basically what I was saying on that point. Is
Most
always
definitely,
watch.
most
Even if
definitely.
you got to take a soapy towel, even if you ain't got time,
Yes,
take a soapy towel,
yes.
wash, wipe, rinse, repeat.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Before
Hmm.
and after, make sure you pee. Get a
Absolutely.
nice full stream going because that's where UTIs come from. Unnecessary UTIs. Those are very uncomfortable, and for the most part, you have to take antibiotics to get rid of those. And taking antibiotics ruins your microbiome. So it also ruins your gut biome. So all the bacteria, that's all. If they all balance and stuff down there, you take some antibiotics for anything else, those die too. And then guess what? Now you might end up with a yeast infection or BV or something because now your bacteria got thrown out of whack because you had to take antibiotics for a UTI that you didn't need to get.
That's right. That's right. So young men, make sure you soap up down there. Okay, soap up down there. Don't be afraid.
And watch everything.
Before
The
sexual
butt too.
activity.
All that stuff is close and it's full of bacteria, E. coli, and all that. And that's what I'm saying. The cuts
Hmm.
down there are bad. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, true,
Wash it
true,
off.
true. Wash it off. I'm with that. I am with that. Tay Tay,
Oh, and
any
you
you
don't
got
have to
anything?
go overboard and like run water in your butthole, none of that. Or so definitely don't put soap in there because your intestinal lining is extremely absorbent. So whatever you put in there, your body is absorbing. So if you're putting chemicals in there, your body is going to absorb it. Like on 1,000 Ways to Die, somebody decided it was a good idea to do a beer bong or something in their butt. I don't know why. to get drunk faster, and they ended up dying from alcohol poisoning because they absorbed the alcohol directly into their bloodstream because that's what intestines do. So yeah, don't do that.
No, beer bong. That's it.
Hey, when they
Exfoliate.
don't know, they don't know no better.
Exfoliate. That's right. That's right, Will. Exfoliate. Yes. Get all up in the pores and everything. And we really gotta be careful. Yeah, I mean, y'all got me rethinking some things. You gotta be careful around here when you are getting ready to have sex, because for real, that's where a lot of that stuff come from. But people, you know what, I said that, I've been saying that for years, that a lot of these infections that people get, I believe it's coming from poor hygiene, and people thought I was crazy, but it's as simple as washing your body teeth. Now, okay, now since we got Doc on the line, I think people need to start using natural soaps and things like that, because some of that other stuff we be using, you right, it's chemicals. It be eating up the skin, giving you rashes and stuff like that. And I think just some good old natural
For the
soap.
most part, you don't really need soap. Like that's the part of the over
Wait, so wait, what you
sanitized.
use then? What you use to wash your body?
I mean, I use soap because I like the way it smells, but it's not necessary, and you're actually, especially if you don't moisturize properly after your showers, like you should moisturize. Like I don't care who you are, be like, oh no, moisturizing. That's not what men do. Men need to moisturize too,
Yeah, you gotta be
because
moisturized.
yes, but also because when you wash yourself, especially when you use soap, and the harsher the soap, the worse this is going to be. Not only does it dry your skin out, and drying your skin out is bad because your skin is an organ, and it needs to be
Right.
properly moisturized to operate
Mhm.
and function properly. So to keep stuff out that doesn't belong in, and do what it needs to do on the inside. And also, the drier it is, the easier it is to get small, tiny cracks in it that allow stuff in that doesn't belong in your body. And so, moisturizing helps protect that barrier, and it also recovers. It covers your pores up until your regular bacteria can regrow and protect you. So when you go out into the world, that's why it's not the best idea to shower right before you go outside, because now you have no type of exterior barrier between yourself and the bacteria you're going to encounter. So it's better to wait like an hour or two and then go out, and then you will have your own protection, because your bacteria are not going to let just anything land on your skin and live its best life, because bacteria are like that. They don't like having other bacteria near it, especially
Mhm.
ones that they're not used to. And
Mm.
also, the back to the point of not necessarily needing soap. So soap really is it's really just for disinfecting. And if you're dirty, like if you went outside, you was in the mud and grime and dirt, that's what soap is for. But if you just living your day to day life, you didn't got up, you went to work, you sat at your desk all day, you don't work in like a facility with all types of weird chemicals or powders and stuff in the air. There's no real reason to use soap outside of washing actual dirt off your body. And if you work in like the medical field where you come into contact with all different kinds of, bacteria and stuff, you definitely want to disinfect. But if you don't leave the house much, or you only go from, one to two or three places or whatever, and they're your normal places, the bacteria that's in those places you're technically kind of used to. So your body is used to it. So you don't really need to like scrub that stuff off. And exfoliating is purely a physical thing for your skin. So yes, you should exfoliate often because that keeps your skin fresh. It keeps it, doing its thing. But soap isn't. It's not necessary, but water, like a nice amount of water and scrubbing, wiping, that is useful, especially like in areas like under your arms, your groin area, and things like that, where you secrete hormones. You tend to sweat a lot, even if your face and stuff isn't sweating. You will sweat under your arms and in your groin area. So you want to basically scrub those areas, but everything else, like, and you want a mild soap, especially for those areas, because
Now, Doc, let me ask. Okay, in sex, anything goes. So if he's putting his mouth on certain spots, when you want to put a little soap in that area as well.
Well, that would leave you susceptible to whatever he has in his mouth because you always have bacteria in your mouth. The more you talk, the more bacteria pick up in your mouth. So unless he went and scrubbed and swished and all that, but then once he does that, now he has no protection in his mouth from whatever. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, bacteria is not the enemy. It's the maintenance, the upkeep, the daily
Anti.
regular hygiene that is usually the problem because that you can't stop bacteria. Your intestine has what 30 trillion bacteria in it that are necessary for your life. If you cleaned all of those bacteria out of there, you would die because you would get barely 2% from your food because the bacteria in your body is actually what's breaking your food down. Like once it gets out of your stomach, your body isn't really doing too much other than absorbing. It's the bacteria that's doing all the work.
Mm. I'm gonna wear a plastic bag around my mouth. Yep,
I
yep,
mean, but
ladies,
but
get
that's
ready.
why you get married, and then your marital partner becomes your regular source of mutual bacteria because it's normal for people that live, especially when back when we used to use bar
There it is.
soap.
I want to shower like that. I want to
And that's
shower
pretty
like
much
that.
that's pretty much it. And it's high powered too, yeah. But back in the day when we all used to have bar soap, that's what it's like way back in the day when we was kids, like people wasn't getting sick like that. And you wonder why? Because we had washcloth and bar soap. What does that do? It holds and transfers bacteria. So everybody in your house, wherever they went, y'all all going to different places, picking up different kinds of bacteria, and y'all all using the same bathroom and the same soap, washing yourself down. So now everybody is getting this big mixture of bacteria, and what does that do? It adds bacteria to your microbiome. It strengthens your
Hmm.
immune system because now you're coming into contact with a lot of different types of bacteria. So now your body can identify what's useful, what's not useful, and it also has a defense already set up where if they want to get froggish and they try and leap, you already got a defense for it. So,
Hmm.
but now we're so separated, especially with COVID. Oh, we sanitizing everything, we washing everything, we got sanitizer sprays, all of that stuff. So now you really have to foster your own immune system, your own microbiome with the foods you eat. So you need to get fermented foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, pickles, even um, kombucha. We had a lady on here with kombucha. That is a great source
Good
of
bacteria.
probiotics. Exactly. And your
Mhm.
prebiotics. Prebiotics are the things that feed the bacteria. Fiber. So your whole grain oats, quinoa, brown rice, starches
That's
and things
right.
like that. All of that stuff
Good
feeds the
food.
bacteria. If
Wholesome
you
food.
eat processed sugars and processed wheat and not processed breads and things like that, like the pastries and all
Hmm.
that, you are killing the
I hope you
bacteria.
listening, Jate. I hope you listening, Jate.
You are like like multi-level massacring the bacteria with sugars, add sugars, the processed sugar, the white sugar. Leave all of that stuff where it's at because that is ruining your microbiome, your immune system, hormone balance, how you're digesting your all of that stuff. You have indigestion, it's probably because your gut bacteria didn't like what you ate, and it's like, don't do this no more, and you're gonna do it again anyway because you're hungry.
Let me give a shout out to Spaceman Low Fi. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Is he the guy that do the Rock Beats show?
I
Spaceman?
believe so.
That
Believe
is
so.
okay. Well, shout out. Yeah, I was digging that the song Willie played earlier. I was digging that for real. One of them
Yeah,
island
on the
songs.
intro.
Yeah, one of them island songs. Play one
Yeah.
of those, boy. Play one of
Yeah, so get
those.
my okay.
Can't tell me nothing. All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. What did you learn today, Jate?
Listen,
You comfortable?
thank you because you took me to health class. Listen, that was some good stuff. So some of it was surprising, but it was all of it was so informative. That was cool. Cause I'm like,
Yeah,
really? Yeah. So she got me thinking.
right. And then when the next dude come over, hey, make
Listen,
sure he
not
clean.
listen.
Make
We're
sure
not.
he is clean.
I'm talking about me by myself. Not talking about when the guys coming over. Is that all you heard? Is that all you heard about? Is that all you heard when you come together with two people? She said so many things about just.
She said a whole lot, Jay. She said a whole lot.
Our body, when you know that was outside of that. It was all interesting. Like she said, the next man is gonna be my husband, so it's gonna be okay.
Okay, your husband, your man,
it's gonna be good.
Whoever he is, whenever he come through, make sure he clean. That's all I'm saying. We ain't even see Jay just went off into a whole rant.
Because I be having to catch you because you be full speed ahead. So I said let me put the kickstand down before he get to pedaling.
You ain't ready for the pedaling anyway.
You listen, I'm not.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know what happened to Doc, and I don't know where Sierra is at. Is Doc back?
Yeah, I was pushing too many buttons.
Make sure he's so fresh and so clean. One of your favorite songs, So Fresh and So Clean.
That's my.
And water only unless he did something that was real dirty.
Yeah, like if he go and play basketball, so
that's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna even see. Thing is, that right there, that'll get people kind of conflicted. They be like, well, she said if I didn't do this, I ain't gotta use no soap. I ain't even saying it. Because people be trying to get a pass not to put no soap on their body. Come on.
I mean, if they want to be ignorant, that's on them. Like, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. Like,
I'm
if
just
you
saying.
gotta ask, use soap. If you question it, use soap.
Right. That's soap. I ain't even about to.
If you
about to say that.
Use soap.
Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Man, that was good. That was good. So fresh, so clean. So fresh, so clean.
And you know what? I also found out today. So my seafood, he got me right together, y'all. So I had like all kinds of neck cramps, stiffness, like shoulder pain. Like I was like, it felt like my neck was like in a ceramic cast and it was like about to shatter and my head was just gonna roll off my body. Like that's what I felt like how everything was so tight. So he like cracked my neck and then cracked my spine. Felt like a brand new person. Like
who was that? The chiropractor?
No, my kung fu teacher.
Oh, okay.
And just that alone, like, cause I was already planning on paying, a massage therapist to do all of that and stuff anyway. But that is so important. And one of the other women that's on my team, like, she even said that she started adding in like at least once a month, she goes and gets a massage and sees the chiropractor and gets in alignment. And that is so important to like your circulation, your hormone function, like all that stuff. So if you haven't been like really getting the deep tissue massages, not just like if your man tried to do it or your girl tried and they ain't got the hands for it, pay somebody. Like, trust me, it's worth it. And depending on where you go and what it is that you're getting done, your insurance will cover it as preventative, whatever. Like, your insurance pays for more preventative stuff than it will pay for treatment. And so if you have like a bad back like I do, then that is something that counts.
You got a bad back, Doc?
Yeah, I jarred my back in high school when I was doing long jump. But yeah. And it ain't been right since. But that's mostly why, because I haven't seen a chiropractor to get nothing done to it. But I'm definitely, that's definitely on my medical to-do list to get me in 100%, chip shape. And that, like, just doing that, like, relieves stress. Remember that stress I told you about that ruins the hormone balance, and it's not just for women, it ruins it in men too. It actually lowers your testosterone levels. The cortisol produces estrogen. It will convert your progesterone into estrogen, and it increases the amount of estrogen in your body. So if you have man boobs or you're having problems or issues that are associated with high estrogen, it may not necessarily be what you're eating, but it may definitely be your stress and the amount of stress hormones that your body is experiencing. So manage your stress better.
Okay,
Get the massage.
Yes, man, manage stress better. Some other things that I learned too is that okay, there's a wide array of things, or reasons why a woman may be going off on you during that time of the month. Not just one reason is sleep, her diet. Okay, so man, here's a little bit of advice, man. Go to your local grocery store or even the gas station. Just buy a whole thing of Hershey bars with almonds. Okay, buy up a whole thing of Hershey bars with almonds and just put them on the desk. I mean, put them on the dresser for her. So when she wake up, she can just grab a one. So she ain't even got to holler and yell. Just do that. That just to calm her spirit, because we know a whole bunch of them love eating chocolate. Okay, they are
Oh, it's
fiends.
because of the
They are
iron.
fiends for chocolate. Huh?
Well, it's because of the minerals that's in it. It actually helps
What's in
with
chocolate?
hormone balance. Especially dark chocolate. It has selenium, magnesium, zinc. All those things are very integral in hormone balance, blood production, and all of that stuff. So if your cycle is coming, then obviously you're going to be losing blood. So your body is already prepping to replace it. So that's why the craving for chocolate. But dark chocolate is a healthier choice, especially if you're on a diet or you're trying to lose weight and get your situation together. Dark chocolate won't set you back 1 ounce. Like that's one square. Here I can show you what an ounce of dark chocolate looks like.
I know y'all
So
love dark chocolate too. I know y'all do.
so this is semi-sweet chocolate. It's 53% cocoa. You can get ones that's like 78, 80, 90. But one see one of those is a half ounce. So two
What is
two of
that?
these.
Is
That's
that
1 ounce of
Hershey's?
chocolate. No, it's Godiva.
Oh,
So
you fancy.
oh
You
yeah,
like you like
yeah,
Godiva. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And I
I
and I
see.
love the Ghirardelli
Oh,
chocolate.
Ghirardelli. Yeah, Ghirardelli is
Oh,
good too.
yeah,
Yeah.
the white chocolate with the caramel. Boy,
See, man, look what you
that's
got on
how I
your
know when I
hand.
found my husband. He pulled up with them chocolates, and I ain't
See?
even got to say. He like, but it's the
So
only chocolate I eat. I was like, well, it looks like we a match made in heaven.
So man, when you date Doc Ock, just know she's high maintenance, and you gotta have you some money, okay? You gotta have you some money to buy Ghirardelli. It looked like Jate had that Kool-Aid smile on her face when she was talking about why eat chocolate. I take it Jate must like eating her some chocolate, huh? You ain't even
I'm not
gotta be
even,
that time of the month. It ain't even gotta be that time of the
no,
month, but
I'm not
Jate,
gonna lie.
she about to knock it down.
I eat a Hershey but almond like every day. I lie to you not. I got two in my refrigerator right now. Every
Jay. Well, you know what? You right there. You in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So y'all probably get them for the low low.
listen, $1.
$1.
Every dollar.
Ah, y'all
So
something else. Y'all something else.
when she was like, it's good and it got magnesium, I said, okay, well I ain't got the. I'm good
So
then.
now you got you an excuse now.
I'm good.
You got you an
You know what?
excuse.
You just
I
you
got
just want to
like
be careful
Y'all,
about what's
y'all
in it.
something
Like
else.
make sure they don't have like a bunch of added sugars and stuff, because that'll end up offsetting the good stuff
There you
with
go.
stuff that's going, like I said, ruin your gut bacteria,
Oh
add extra
man.
calories and all of that. So
Selena, here goes Selena. She talking about I love Hershey with almond. Okay, so you know what? Let me put a message out to the men. Men, it's really easy. It's really easy to get a woman in this day and age. All you gotta do for some of these women, just go get the Hershey's with almonds. I had a post on my page the other day. Get them better made barbecue chips and a red Fago. You got a friend for life. You got a
okay,
friend for life. You know what I mean? Since we using
talk
since we
about
using the
Fago.
word friend, you got a friend for life.
Speaking my language, now you got a Fago.
Telling you, that's all you need. Get that red Fago and some better made chips. Man, you don't need any money. Red Fago, better made chips. You don't need no steak dinner. Red Fago, better made chips. You don't even need to look good. Red Fago, better made.
don't do that. Don't do you don't went too far. You went too far.
I went too far
I
with
was
that
with
one.
you. I was with
Uh,
you too.
oh, so he got to look good. He got to look good, huh?
Listen, don't nobody want nothing looking raggedy. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Oh,
Anybody talking about it don't
we
matter?
don't want to
I
get
don't
on
care.
raggedy. We don't want to get on raggedy because what I have seen and what I've come across in my lifetime. And the thing is, I'm always the bad guy if I didn't want to get at her. I'm like, nah, baby girl, this ain't gonna mix. But what I can do, I can refer you to someone. I can give a referral. Okay, we do have a referral program. I'll give you a referral. There you go. That's right. We'll run, run. That's it. Yes, red. Selena talking about red Fago. Yes, red Fago. We know that's what y'all love. I remember back in the day when I was in high school, the girls used to always get big, the little 25-cent bag, the Flaming Heights, dill pickle. They put the little peppermint in the middle, and maybe and some type of little pop, and the women they be in La La Land. That's all you
Child, they
need.
was making some old jail stuff. That's what they were doing.
You don't eat Flaming
I
Hot
don't.
Cheetos.
No, I don't. But it's not even all that mixing. Like that sound
No,
like
they
some
weren't
stuff.
mixing. They weren't mixing it together. They just put the
Oh, I'm like, what?
no. They just put the peppermint in the pickle. They did that, but no, they ate it separately.
No, but do you know that's actually like a dietary thing? Like I said,
What is?
pickles are good. They have the fermented situation going on, and
What
keep
about the
their
sodium, doc?
summer.
It's a lot of sodium in the pickle.
It depends on how it's made. Like the only reason why it's sodium in the pickle is because they add salt to it, but you don't have to add a lot of salt to it to get that brine. And that's why you do have to add salt because you need the brine. That's what keeps it from going bad or
It
whatever
was a
while
gas
it's
station
fermenting.
pickle. You know them gas station pickles is nice.
Oh
Them
yeah, for
pickles are
sure.
nice,
Yeah.
healthy. You know what I'm saying? Them
Yeah, but I
gas
mean, if
station
they did it
pickles.
themselves, like, yeah, there's definitely a place for that. And peppermint actually
Yeah,
helps with digestion and things like that. So,
right,
done the
right.
right way, it could definitely be a healthy snack. But, we know that wasn't.
I'm just saying, your head be hurting like a mother. Got you done ate that pickle. You like, man, why my head hurts so bad? I really got a bad
drinking that
headache.
Fago, you ain't drinking liquid water.
Right, ain't drunk. Oh, I'm so glad.
But
Real
you eat the
men,
whole
real
the
men.
whole 25-cent bag of fruities with it.
Right there, they used
It's
to
a
get
wonder
the
we ain't all got diabetes, cause man, them 20, them the candy lady house, and it was always a house. It wasn't never like no real store. Like if they did open a store, it ain't last that long. But the
it
candy
was a
lady
house
house.
store. Yeah, it was a house store. And yeah, yeah, we used to get the penny candy, like the fruities, the chews,
Mhm.
Tootsie Rolls. Then you get the gum that said big you get that gum. Come on, that's all you needed back in the day, man, to get a woman. We got to go back to that to those foundations. We don't need to. You don't have to have the biggest car, the best car. You don't have to have all the money. You ain't even got to look good.
This is Rock Truth. Don't do
You
that.
ain't got to look good.
This is Rock Truth. We're not lying on here.
Oh,
Lying on.
really? Okay.
Okay. You know what? We will say you must look presentable. We're not going to talk
Oh, okay.
about
There
look
we go. That's
presentable.
a good one. That's a good compliment.
You must be presentable.
They talking about somebody raggedy. I'm just saying the dude could have on a suit. He got on a suit and some Stacy's. Is he raggedy then?
He could be raggedy no matter what he wear. Your attitude could be raggedy.
Oh, here we
You know
go.
what I mean?
Here we go. That she get
You
psychological.
or not even that. Think
Now
about it.
she
You
want
could
to
have
get
not.
psychological.
You could have not washed up and put them clothes on. So we're talking about. We're going to just say presentable. This presentable. You could have on some Air Force Ones. You know what I mean? With a
See me
t-shirt.
stomping in my Air Force One.
Not the nightgown t-shirt, but a regular t-shirt. And that's presentable. That could be cute and fly. You
Hey,
know what
she
I
said,
mean?
"Oh boy, had on the long white tees that come to like your knees." And she said that he had like
Night
some blood stains on, like right around his midsection. He had blood stains right around there. And she's like, she just put her head down.
he took a pit stop before he got on the bus, and that's trifling.
I just asked her like, I'm like, why you didn't give him a ride? And she told me because she was coming from work and he was coming from somewhere, and they said they was gonna meet up. So yeah, she took him home afterwards. But yeah. And I just think that's bad though. I'm like, man, you wore that with some blood stains on your shirt.
Yeah, stuff like this. It goes back to like what you said way back when we was a child. That's just common sense.
Yeah.
You knew better. We're not even talking about regular old dirt blood, and you felt like that was okay to go out in public. Anyway, I don't care if you was going to the corner store. You knew better. You knew better.
But this is going back to the mind of the men, and I ain't trying to comfort these men, but this is going back to the mind of the men that be on the corner selling Lucy's. Have you ever really seen how these men dress and look? These men really don't care about how they dress these days. I mean, I be seeing some of them, the gas station men. They don't really be caring or worrying about that.
They
So
look like
you know,
they don't own a toothbrush and wash their
yeah,
face ever
it's
since
that
their
hood
grandmama made
mentality.
them.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I grew up in the hood. I used to see this all the time, and I'd be like, man, what's up with y'all? Why y'all like that? Oh, young blood, you know, you talking about young blood. You know, I still get them. I mean, which they do. I be seeing them getting them. Like this one dude, he was pulling numbers. He was pulling numbers at the gas station, but I'm like,
But
how
who
long
are
is that
they?
gonna last? Say what?
Who are they? Who are they?
Right.
Who
They
are you?
was
Who
some
are
of
you
them
for?
weren't look right. Some of them weren't looking all the right anyway. So, you know. So hey, I'm just saying, yeah, it's just that mentality. So yeah, again, just I mean, that's all it take, you know, because I know some women they like ice cream. And all I gotta say, hey, would you like a ice cream cone or a snow cone? Marriage. Well, no, I mean I ain't been married, but I'm just saying, hey, you almost about to get married because you bought her an ice cream cone and a snow cone.
Because I think that like people, and it's probably society's fault. They've made people think like you gotta do all this stuff,
Right.
and then people feed into if he or she not doing this. It's thoughtfulness. If you know her favorite candy bar is this, her favorite soda is this, you know, $5, and I'm telling you, you go spend $5 on her favorite snacks, like you said, it's gonna be like you brought her a piece of jewelry because it's the thought that you put behind it. Oh, he know I love this type of candy.
Yeah.
I remember somebody my ex-husband, he used to bring like I don't used to eat ice. And if you walk in the door with ice with some a cup of ice from Turkey Hill and a Dr. Pepper and a candy bar, ooh, you know what I mean? You done did good. You done made my heart smile.
Turkey
So
Hill ice
yeah, the
and
crust,
some
crust
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
And you like sitting on cloud nine.
Yeah, because it's the simple thing. It's the thoughtfulness. Before you came in the house, you stopped and you was like, let me get her a cup of ice and this piece of candy and this soda.
I'm gonna
And
tell
and
old
and,
boy. I'm gonna tell
and,
old boy to get you some
and
Hershey's too.
listen,
I'm gonna tell old boy to get you some Hershey's. You know who I'm talking about.
I rebuked it.
Ah! Ah!
Yeah, you don't get to come back giggling.
I'll be like,
Uh-uh.
I got the good part.
She
yo,
done came back right at the right time. You don't get to come
Sierra,
back.
Sierra, we getting ready to close out, Sierra. She come back when we get ready to close.
It's all,
Catching
I
the
got caught
joke.
up in something. It's all right.
I already know you got caught up. I know you got caught up in something.
Oh, the
Yep.
after
Man, that's
party
all
finna be
right.
lit.
She got caught up in something. You already know. Meet me at the
Boy, don't
hotel lobby.
you
Me,
sound I don't live like that.
you already know what it is. You already
I
know.
don't live like that.
Ah,
Amen.
Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart.
We don't
Talking about she
why you
got,
laugh?
she
We
got
don't need
called into something. Man, Doc, get your girl, Doc. Man, put some wisdom to this young lady, Doc. Wait, why
well
Doc look
I
back
did
like that? Why she look back like that?
I
She
did
look
Yeah.
back.
I am out in the public. Stop
Because
that
you talking about get her like she not a grown woman. Man,
Bro,
what? Oh.
that's your mentee. That's your mentee, Doc. Take
No,
care
no,
of her.
no. I had to treat this dude at work because he called himself playing. He was playing a little
You had
bit
to
too much.
treat
I
him.
had
You
to,
had to treat him.
oh yeah, I had to get him all the way together because
Okay.
people was minding my business, and I was dating this guy that I worked with, but we had broke up by then, and nobody knew. Nobody really knew that we was together. We didn't confirm none of that because I didn't know them like that. They weren't my friends. So we were in the break room and I was watching some, and then the dude walked in and just changed the channel. And so I get back up and I change it back to what I was watching. Like, Mind yourself, sir. Then he turns to my ex and say, "Hey, get your girl E. Excuse me. First of all, not only did you turn the attention away from me, because me and you were interacting, but you turned to the whole somebody ain't got nothing to say about nothing I'm doing. So you about to get both of y'all cursed out. But no, my ex was smart enough not to say nothing. He already knew it was about to go down. Because he saw
He
my
ain't
face
say
as soon as
nothing.
I touched that. I was like, what? Oh, no, you got the wrong. I'm a grown woman.
But
You
you
can
know
either
what?
address
But
me
you
as
know
such or
what?
you can stay out my business.
But you know what? On the kingdom perspective, he did the right thing
Oh
No,
Lord.
because
he
he didn't
didn't.
want.
No, he didn't. He
Hold
did
on,
the
wait.
wrong thing because I don't have a
Let me
ring on
talk.
my finger. No, he
Hold
did the
on,
wrong
man.
thing.
Let me
Wrong.
talk. Let me talk.
Here we go
Let
with
me
the
talk. He
kingdom.
got
Don't
y'all.
even don't check him up for failure. No,
Man,
he did the
look.
wrong thing. I wasn't
Let me,
married to
let
that
me.
man. He ain't
Okay,
had no
like I
reason to say nothing
said,
to him.
he did the right thing because you was weak because he didn't know if y'all was still together. So
He
he
didn't know.
talked
He
to the
didn't know if
man.
we was together in the first place.
He
That's my
talked
point.
to
I'm
the
not married
man
to that man,
instead
even
of
if we
talking
were.
to you.
He can't tell me what to do at all because he ain't my husband.
He
So what he
talked
gonna
to
say?
the man instead of talking to you
And,
because
no, he didn't. He
he
did
didn't want to
wrong. He
address you.
did
He didn't want to address
wrong. He did
he didn't want
wrong.
to address you. So
Well,
therefore
that's what he gets for it. Well, whatever he want to do, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm
He
just
was
saying that's
disrespecting by not
protocol.
approaching me as
Protocol.
a
If a man
grown
got a problem with my
single
woman, you come to
woman
talk
with
to
his
me and I take care of her. You know what I'm saying? You come
with his
talk to me,
qualms.
I get her together. And that's how he did. He talked to your dude who he thought y'all was still together and he
Well,
wanted
that's
him to
what you
get
get
you
for
together.
thinking. That's what you get for
He
thinking. That's
wanted
why
to
you
get you
don't think.
together. So
That's
your
why you don't
dude didn't
think.
say nothing. So
Yeah,
your dude didn't say nothing.
he wasn't my dude. That's why he
I
didn't say
mean,
nothing
well,
because
he
he
should
knew
have
better.
said so. He should have said, bro, she not my
No,
woman no more. She not my woman no more.
no, he ain't
But
say none of that because he already knew I was gonna get him all the way
I take
together.
care of her. I don't want y'all to fight or nothing. So
No,
I
no,
take
he
care of
already knew I
Octavia.
was.
I take care of
No,
Octavia. Okay.
no.
Or whatever
And
you
see, that's the
what he used
thing.
to
Like
call you.
anybody that
What's his little
knows
pet
me, they
name?
know how I am, and he already knew. As soon as the words came out, "Get your girl," he didn't even finish what he was saying. He already knew. He had the look on his face. I saw it when I turned around. And I heard him say that.
You
Get the
let him up,
girl.
huh?
What?
You let him
Yeah,
up.
yeah. He already knew it was
Hey,
coming.
but why you
And
dating
I think the
somebody at
dude
your
that said
job
it knew
though?
I was gonna get him.
Why you dating somebody that you work with though? That's what I want to know. Why was you dating somebody you work with?
Oh God.
It was a bad idea from jump. Cause
Don't say oh
that
God.
was actually one of my standards that I went and broke. And see, that's what happens when you break standards and you end up working with your ex.
Yeah, that's it. You never eat what they say, never play where you eat at. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the rules that
Yeah, that's facts.
the uncles
Well, I
taught
mean,
me.
it didn't affect me. It affected him more because I didn't care. After breakup, I was cool because I broke up with him. I was
Mm.
fine. He was the one
Oh.
that was soaking and all that. So I ain't had nothing to do with none of
But I'm
that.
just saying, but everybody at the job knew y'all was together though, right?
No, they assumed. They didn't know anything.
When y'all was
I told you
dating?
they weren't my friends. They didn't ask me nothing. They
Oh,
didn't
okay.
know none of that. They assumed just like how they assume with other people. So whether we was together or not, they was going to assume what they was going to assume because he was bringing me to work. So I was riding with him. They was assuming that before me and him had even did anything together. We was just cool for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let
And
me
they
say
was
this to the young
assuming.
men. Let me say this to the young men. Young men, when you have a problem with a woman that's got a man, you always go to that man because if you go to the woman first, you're gonna have to battle with both of them. Okay, so talk to the man, and I say he did it right. He addressed your ex or whatever because he thought
No,
y'all
he
was
didn't
still
do that
together.
right.
He
But he
addressed
didn't
the
do it
ex.
right. He didn't because that's what I'm saying. He didn't know who I was involved with for sure. Because I didn't tell him that. He don't know my
Oh, he
business.
did.
So
Oh,
he
so
was
he didn't
making an
know.
assumption. That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
We're at work. At work, I'm a single entity. You need to come and address me because I was in a position where I was giving them direction and stuff like that. So I was already technically their superior. So you need to come and address me with whatever issue you have, whether it's personal or
Hold
professional.
on,
And you wasn't doing it.
You the superior cussing people out? That ain't right
I
now.
wasn't cussing nobody. I know I kept it professional, but he knew exactly
Oh,
where I
okay.
stood with all of that. Oh no,
Okay.
no, sir, I'm way too educated to do all of that. I have to
Oh, is
dumb it
that
down for
right?
people that I know won't understand, but I knew he understand exactly what I said, and he didn't do it no more.
My ex told me that one time. She talking about it take energy to be man in somebody, but she still cussed me out though.
That don't mean she was mad. That just means that
I'm
she
like,
get
well, look.
together.
I'm like, look at all the energy that you just used to say all those words. Come on,
Don't be
make this
trying to
make
silence
sense.
nobody. Talk because you
Talking about,
trying to
True.
get out of the tongue lashing.
man, I mean, but for real, I be paying attention to what they be saying, talking about some it take too much energy to be mad. But you just cussed me out. Come on, what's up?
But that don't mean she was mad. Cause I cussed a lot of people out at that job, and I was never mad at nobody.
So why you cuss them out?
Because that's what they needed. Because they wasn't paying
See,
attention when
that's
I
what I'm
was
talking
just
about.
saying it.
That's what I'm talking about. How
When I
you know
was
what
being
people
nice
need?
and cordial.
Somebody might need a warm hug. Somebody might need a warm hug. Do you give out those? See, look, she don't. Now look, Sierra, she don't want to give out no warm hug, but she give out a tongue blast.
No, but I was nice. I was cool.
Man, come
People
on, man.
enjoyed me.
Come
But
on, let's
if I
wrap
need
this
to
thing up.
trust me, I was a humbling force in there,
She,
and
she, she
I
don't.
was getting all kinds of people together. Cause hey, no,
Man, see that,
we
but
all
but
on the
that
same.
ain't
We
what
all
they
on the
needed though.
same
They
boat.
probably needed a warm hug. They probably needed a warm hug and some of that seafood boil you got going on over there.
That probably
Yeah.
would have helped. It would have helped a little bit.
Thank you, Sierra, or Hershey's Kiss, Jay's Hershey Kisses, and Turkey Hill ice, and I don't know why Jay like a diet Dr Pepper. Why you like diet though, Jay?
It
She
tastes
talking
the
about a
same. That's
diet
why
Dr Pepper.
it tastes the
That,
same with sugar.
no, they put
Dr Pepper is
NutraSweet.
the only
They
thing
put
that tastes the
NutraSweet.
same
They
as
put
diet.
NutraSweet in that. They put NutraSweet in that, Doc. Tay, where you go? Look at that. Tay just dipped out on us. Tay done got called into something. All right, well, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Will said he gotta go. All right, so oh now here she come. Here she come now. Here
My
she
daughter,
come. Here she
yeah,
come now.
I'm a mother. Wrapped into my child.
Okay, that's what's up. Don't be trying to get all Philly on me. Don't
No,
get
because
Philly
I
style
heard
on me. Don't be getting Philly style on me, Tay, because I'm gonna be driving to
if you
Philly.
don't start with that stereotype stuff, then
Ah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week. The end just got kind of crazy because ooh, that was scary. Cause for real, Doc talking about what people need. They probably needed a warm hug. Anyway, uh,
They need
next
to
week,
mind their business and not mine.
we're gonna be talking about board games. Okay, games people play when they are bored, and that's really gonna be good. Really, I don't know. We might do part 2 next week because there's some more things that I need to address with this kingdom courtship and representation. But as far as the board games, oh man, I'm gonna just say this and I'm gonna be out. I done had women call me because they talking about they on their way ride to the grocery store. They needed somebody to talk to ride to the grocery store. Normally, when I'm going to the grocery store, I'm happy. I don't need nobody to talk to because I'm happy because I'm like, I'm about to get this, I'm about to get that. I've been dreaming about this while I was at work. It's about to be on in the kitchen. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Be safe out
God bless
there. Peace.
everybody.